we now request Ms. Ritu Anand, who has vital contributions to HR in TCS, to felicitate both Dr. Saab and Mrs. Kohli, initially with a bouquet of flowers. This felicitation is going to be in three parts. One is offering a bouquet of flowers. The second one will be offering of a shawl and Shrifalam, that is a coconut. And the third phase is going to be presenting the memento. So Ritu Anand ma'am will be offering the bouquet to Dr. Saab and Kohli ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
I now request Mr. Pankaj Baliga to please honor Dr. Saab with shawl and Shrifalam.
I should come that right?
He wants to do it properly.
I could use it. No.
Yes.
That was the whole idea to
You should have brought one more. Too.
Keep warm. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, no. That's all.
Sit, sit.
And now, presentation of the memento to Dr. Saab by Mr. Lakshminarayan and Mr. Pavan Kumar. That is actually the feeling from the depths of our hearts, of the hearts of each one who is present over here. Salute to the man who gave wings to the IT industry in India. That grand felicitation with a tinge of emotion, sentiments, love, affection, and gratitude. I would now call upon Shri Pavan Kumar to share his thoughts about Dr. Saab. Again, nostalgia, treading down memory lanes.
respected Mrs. Kohli, Kohli Saab, Dr. Pathak, and Dr. Kanodia. It's my pleasure and privilege to be here today when we felicitate Mr. Kohli on this occasion. So I came all the way to Bangalore because I owe everything to him. What I am today is because of Mr. Kohli. Otherwise, I won't be here today. Second thing, very important, I was born in 1948, and Mr. Kohli finished his BTech in 1948. So you can see the difference. So what a great contribution for all these years. So I would say, whatever I learned through Mr. Kohli, because of him. So I'll repeat again, what I am today is because of him. I owe it to him. I'm not a great speech maker, but I'll show these simple words that I owe it to him. Thank you very much, sir.
Indeed, memories, memories, and memories. I can understand the feelings that are there in the hearts of each one of us. To top it up now, I request Dr. Saab to bless us with his address.
Just want you to speak for a little. No, I've got. You can speak from here. All right. This is much more.
That really requires a big applause.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful for this function. One, it is unexpected, but apart from that, as I have been growing old, I remembered few things here, there, but not all the things that have been said about me. Now, I feel with all the certificates that I have received today, I could get another job. The main thing is, I came back from States in 51, joined Tata's, and next year, best thing happened to me. I married Suran. And then I continued. I set up the first load dispatch center in India. And I'm very happy about it in this way. The city of Pune and Bombay get their power supply when they switch it on. It is not something which happens in every city in India. Another thing that is I'm very happy about to report to you that Tata Electric Company started using computers in '64 when I think the first computer came to was it TFR or IIT? I don't know. TFR. And in '68, it installed an online computer to control the power between Bombay and Pune. If you don't get shut down today, you have to see that. But what is important for me, that Europe was still on analog, and there were 3 utilities in the United States which had computerized. Of course, nobody in government could understand this. That is what the part is. About 17 years back, I gave a talk in the United States. And the title of that talk was, India has no business to be poor. I have worked in India since '51. And I can tell you that Indians are very bright. They can do a lot of things. And somehow or other I have not a very positive experience about the government. And it's who look after the government, because you have in this country alone that you have a secretary, agriculture, who has never even planted flowers in his house. And he's a person who's controlling the computerization. But so it's a basically I don't know what to do with this system. But the thing is, the only hope is people like you and the students that this country will go forward. I can also relate some incidents how TCS was set up by Mr. J.R.D. Tata, and I was, because I had installed a computer for Tata Electric Company, I got sucked in. But end of 72, I went back to him and I said, I want to go back to the power field. He was surprised. I told him that Mrs. Gandhi doesn't want computers in India. I have no work except to clean up all the backlog of the bank. All the banks were nationalized that time. And then one fortunate thing happened. I got appointed as a director for Region 10 on IEEE Board of Directors, New York. And that is the time I worked on Burroughs. And Burroughs came to India as Tata Burroughs. And we started export of software. We have done very well in exports. But what about this country? 80% of the revenue even today comes from exports, and only 20%, 20 or 25% within the country. No, I don't know. I'm at the tail end of my life, but some of you people have to think out how to bring this, increase the level of computerization in this country. We are very, very bright. We take to new technology instantly, yet we are poor. And I have personal examples, and I sometimes don't want to say, it's an adult literacy program we brought. The idea was 30 hours of work, person will be able to read newspaper in their language, which happened in 10 languages. But after that, the government took, it has not progressed at all. The thing is that people are very, very bright. Even those people, I was surprised, who had age 25 and never read anything, how fast they picked up reading of the newspaper. But I don't know how you people who are young and even not so young, but not so old as I am, will do something to take this country forward. And Professor has talked a lot because I had worked with him in some of the IIT projects, right? And why are we so poor? I don't know. I have no answer. The best of our people are holding best of places in the United States. How come we can't accommodate them in our system? And has been right from the beginning. I came back in 51 because the partition had taken place in 47. I went out in 46. And my family had to migrate from Peshawar to Lucknow. And I had not seen them for 5 years. I wanted to be with them for a little while. When I went there, and it dawned to me that we were so prosperous in Northwest Frontier Province, and what we were. I pondered over it whole night, and I decided I would take a job that Tatas have offered me and stay in this country. So, but the thing is that what again I am emphasizing, this country has no business to be poor. This country has no business to have such an illiterate population. How come? And I'm too old now to talk about it. I've done whatever I could. First to Tata Electric Company, 18 years. And as I said, we installed a computer when only 3 other utilities were computerized in the United States. But the thing is, the government doesn't recognize that. Mrs. Gandhi's government thought computers are not necessary for a country like India. But they didn't realize that you can be a leader in new technology and take over the world. Anyway, thank you very much for this honor. I've never seen any movie on myself before. And and also what I feel very fortunate, I met my colleagues like Pawan, Lakshmi and others, and here Patak and, and all that. And I didn't have opportunity for quite a while to get together with them. So I am grateful to God that He has kept me alive, and I am grateful to you people to arrange this. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. Those words, that address, really deserved a standing ovation. Dr. Saab, we feel blessed to have heard you today. And yeah, there is a silver lining. Things will change. India indeed has no business to be poor. And India will never be poor from now onwards. We have made very firm strides on the path of digitalization, the entire country. Knowingly, unknowingly, the country is ensuring that your dreams fructify and fructify to the core. The younger generation is taking keen interest in computerization. And it's evident from the fact that the kind of education that is imparted here, things definitely will change. The brain drain that we have experienced over a period of time from here to the States, the younger generation will have more attractive and luring opportunities in our own country, and the younger generation will stand committed to our own country. And we are seeing and we are experiencing the change. And Dr. Saab, definitely your dream of making India a very rich country will definitely fructify, will definitely come true. Before we make certain changes on the stage for music, when I look at Dr. Saab, I'm reminded of Gulzar Saab's two lines. है उम्र कुछ कहा मैंने, है उम्र कुछ कहा मैंने, लेकिन तूने सुना नहीं. तू छीन सकती है बचपन मेरा, लेकिन बचपना नहीं. ये जो बचपना है, ये बचपना अपने दिल का है. जब दिल बचपना कर सकता है, then only we can strike that ideal balance between a professional life and a family life. Pay attention to our fitness, pay attention to our family, and that is something which is very, very important. जो बातें हो रही थी वो मैं सुनने की कोशिश कर रहा था, लेकिन उसमें से एक ही बात मेरे जहन में जा रही थी. उन बातों में सिर्फ पैमाने छलक रहे थे. ये पैमाने अलग थे. ये पैमाने जज्बातों के थे, ये पैमाने यादों के थे, ये पैमाने प्यार के थे, ये मोहब्बत के थे, जो हर सहयोगी को डॉक्टर साहब के प्रति महसूस हो रहे थे. अब अगर हम सेटल हो चुके हैं तो विल मूव ऑन टू द म्यूजिक सेशन. We now will have a brief performance on Santoor by our own Shri Ashok Bellare, who was a collective experience of 33 years spanning from 74 to 2007 in the field of IT. He started with TCS in 1974 and thereafter was a general manager of operations with Indus Financial Services from 94 to 97. He was business associate with the TCS from 97 to 2001, after which he was director of Bell's Multimedia and Bell's Music. Mr. Bellare has a wide and varied experience in various verticals in TCS. He had the privilege of playing Santoor at various concerts and musical programs and forums of repute across the country and also abroad. Mr. Bellare has been an astute disciple of respected Shri Taranath Rao. Accompanying Mr. Bellare are two other accomplished artists, Mr. T. Rangapai on violin and Mr. Uday Raikar on tabla. Mr. Tonse Rangapai is a graduate in engineering from Manipal and he is a close relation, in fact a nephew of the renowned, reputed TMA Pai of Manipal. Mr. Pai has handled various prestigious projects and assignments of the last 48 years, and after retirement he has been associated with TCS and he has played a pivotal role in setting up TCS's Digital Ion Center at Manipal for national and international online examinations. Mr. Rangapai is a Sangeet Alankar from Gandharva Mahavidyalaya in Tabla. He was initiated in music at the tender age of only 8 by his mother. He has had the privilege of performing at various concerts and accompanying various renowned singers and musicians at national and international forums. Mr. T. Rangapai has been also groomed and molded by respected Taranath Rao, essentially in the field of tabla, and in violin by his guru, Mr. Manjunathaiya. Mr. Uday Raikar is the disciple of international tabla maestro, again, Pandit Taranath Ji, for about 15 years. He has got an Indian government scholarship and Pandit Ravi Shankar School scholarship. He has performed at All India Radio and Mumbai Television. He has performed in many prestigious music conferences. He has played with Asha Bhosle, Mohammad Rafi Saab in the film industry. In UK, he has performed as well as his address lectures on Indian rhythm in Scotland. He has achieved a degree from Sir J.J. School of Arts, and in this field also he has performed successfully by creating various campaigns and visuals. And well, let us all acknowledge and also appreciate that this beautiful backdrop of tonight's event and the memento has been designed by Shri Uday Raikar. A common factor amongst our musicians tonight is that they excelled in their professional careers effectively, but at the same time nurtured the God-gifted talent in them, pursued their hobby and passion equally sincerely, and are here with us tonight to entertain us. And yes, this is also going to be a fitting tribute to Dr. Saab, who himself, apart from excelling in his professional career, had nurtured his own love, his own devotion and passion to music, Indian as well as Western. So now, over to Ashokji, Rangapai and Uday Raikar.
I'm very happy that I am presenting my music before legends. And first time before Koli Saab and his family. We know we are all hungry because the time is past. So I'll be just playing for about 15-20 minutes. And if you like, we can continue after the dinner also, because the hall is with us till about 10:30. It's time for dinner after the next 15-20 minutes. As soon as the dinner is ready, I'll quit. And then we can, if interested, we can come back if you have time. Today I would like to start a short ala because time is very short now. I'll start with Rag Kirwani. In fact, Rag Kirwani is really originated from South India. And I'll be playing in the North Indian style. This is Alap Jod. But I won't be playing the Alap to a great extent because of the time constraint. A quick melodious composition will be started in Tala Rupak, which is of 7 beats, followed by Jhala in Tintal, which is of 16 beats. Rag Kirwani.
As we come to the end of this wonderful, wonderful evening, I want to give a very quick word of thanks to the people who are responsible for putting this show together. First, let's hear it for Ashok Bellare and his team. Once again, he also is the person right behind this, the idea, the concept. He put together the team. He goaded us into creating this wonderful evening. I'll also read out very quickly the names of the organizing committee. Deepak Pednekar, where are you? Just raise your hand quickly, please. Our chairman, Mr. Badal. Chari for the Industry Connect. Chowdhury for the food that we are about to receive. Mr. Marathe for doing the accounts. Mr. Bangale for general support. I also want to thank all those who have flown down specially to attend this meeting. It means so much to us to meet you again, and you cannot believe how well this has been received by Dr. and Mrs. Kohli. And last but not the least, thank you, sir, for giving us those wonderful memories again, giving us this opportunity to say a very big thank you. As Pawan said, we are all here because of you. We owe our livelihood to you. We have succeeded in life all because of you. So thank you so much. Is the TCS GEMS teams here? I want to give 3 cheers to Dr. Kohli before we part for the evening. TCS GEMS, who have been behind this, get ready. You know the program? I'll say 3 cheers, hip hip, and you will all shout hurrah, right? 3 cheers for Dr. Kohli, hip hip, hip hip, hip hip, hip. Thank you so much. Do join us for dinner just across the corridor. Dr. Kohli will be around for some more time, so those of you who want a selfie with him or want to have one-on-one interaction, give us 15 minutes to have our dinner, and then he's all yours. Thank you and good night.